following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 13. NASDAQ is up 25. S&P's up 3.5. Bottom line, folks, you get a sideways market out here. Gold contract down $1.70, trading at $12.19 an ounce. We have silver up 2 cents, $15.45 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat, $66.85. Notes and bonds, 10-year note up 7 ticks, 119.23. 30-year bond up 21, 143.09. King dollar 495 ticks, trading at 95.385. You get the euro trading at 115.40 to 1 US dollar. The yen is at 111 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go check it out. In the world of the S&Ps first, what do you have? Well, we get a flat market out here. SPY right now is trading up $1. 13 cents. We have been, this is pretty amazing. You talk about tight price spreads, folks. So on Tuesday, the SPY traded from 285.24 to 286.01. Yesterday, 284.91 to 285.91, and today 285.21 to 285.97. That is problematic in the sense that what you have is that you have a very small price spread. You have volume dwindling in a huge way. You're going to have the CPI come out tomorrow. It looks to me inside this as we go through this that the CPI is going to throw this market for a little spin. I'm going to go from there to notes and bonds. And this is why. Because when I would just say that it's going to throw this market into a little spin, the 10-year note right now, this baby, bottom line, you know, if we go back to the May 30th area, we had been, well, actually, I'm going to go back, well, we're going to go back a lot further. So I'm going to bring this up on a continuous contract. So we take a look at this. What you're going to see, put this on a weekly. So this little baby here, you know, if we go back to even the beginning of this year. Yeah, so the beginning of this year, actually, we'll go back to the September of 2017. September 2017, you're at 128 bucks. When we start breaking down this year, this is how we did it. In January of this year, we were at 124. Okay, so we down 124. Thus far, you made a low in May of 118. Now, what ended up happening is that when you take a look at that whole structure, that structure was just bringing us back to where we had consolidated from 1998 going all the way over to 2011. Pretty amazing, 13 years. We break topside, we come back to this area. Now, this is where the strength is. When you talk about strength and weakness, this is what we've done. So it's going to be amazing here is that if we see this baby take off once again topside, because the way that this is set up right now, it's going to have a shot to do it. The real question is it going to do it? It came into its strength from the 29th of May. The bottom of that strength was 119.21. Bottom line, we got to 119.02, rejected it. Now it's making its way back into this higher range. I expect that it's at least going to get the 30th tested, and we'll see where this shakes out. We take a look at the 30-year. You're going to see the same setup inside the 30-year, and I suspect the CPI tomorrow is going to move the currencies. It's going to move the, looks like it's going to move the S&Ps too. Bottom line is that we'll see what it's going to do with these bonds. The 30-year, right now, we've done 243,000 contracts. You're into the downdraft. This 30-year is saying, hey, this wants to go for 146.11 also. Now, in that context, King Dollar. What do we have a King Dollar? King Dollar is right next to wanting to touch the 95.440 mark. What I expect you're going to see, we're going to bang that out tomorrow. You know, hey, we might get it by the end of the close today. We got to 95.420. We'll see how that shakes out. That being said, that is, if you're a bull and King Dollar, you do not want that to hit today, because that high is 40,000 contracts, okay? So you go test that high today with 16,000 and fail, guess what? That's going to just send it right down the other end again, I mean, into where it came, where it had huge strength, which was on the 14th of June. The bottom of that, however, is 92,820. Some of the higher volume equities out here. Oh, hey, let's start with Tesla. You know, good old Tesla, folks. Bottom line, it took all of 48 hours for Tesla to get back to where it started from on Tuesday. We started off at 339. We've hit 345 out here today. Tesla's down 20 bucks. And bottom line is that good old Elon Musk, he is going to basically start facing some heavy SEC problems, I suspect, because it's really a cut and dry deal. What came out here this morning is that the SEC was actually already looking into it. So what this article is saying is that the SEC is intensifying scrutiny of Tesla's public statements in the wake of the provocative tweet Tuesday about taking the private electric car company private, according to two people familiar with the matter. Now this is the paragraph you really want to wrap your head around. The SEC enforcement attorneys in San Francisco were already gathering information about Tesla's public pronouncements on manufacturing goals, sales targets, according to the people who asked not to be named because the review is private. Bottom line is that that's the SEC leaking that information right there, folks. You know, you start with that one. If they were already onto it, you get into the one of the tweet out there that he was fully funded. Is a big problem. And the larger problem Tesla has is that, see where we're trading right now, 350? The debt structure in Tesla, this is what the big deal is that it's next year sometime, there's a huge amount of debt that's coming due. If Tesla's under $360, they have to pay it off. If it's over, they turn it into equity. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 15, Nasdaq up 21, S&P's up 3.5. Let's go to over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And in fact, folks, Jason kicks us off right now. Got an outstanding show, folks, every trading day, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. And the best way and easiest way to check out all the programming at TFNN, folks, right on your cell phone. Just go to YouTube, pull up TFNN Corp. Subscribe, it's free. Everything comes right there. Awesome. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. How are you?
Good. Well, hey, let's start with Tesla because, man, oh, man. And I'll tell you, folks,
round trip now.
It's a round trip, and boy, was that a quick round trip. This is pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching the bonds, and the bonds didn't move as much as the stock initially. They did move a little, which was interesting, but the bonds have come back. The stock has come back. It seems as all as he's gained so far is some legal bills. We'll see where this continues to go, but I mean, just each day, it's like we get less and less information, but it gets more and more interesting, in part because we get less information. But the stock's under pressure, man.
Oh, yeah, my take is that it's not only under pressure, and folks, the short position is still 27%, okay? And that says quite a bit that I think what we have here, Jason, is that the market now is saying, you know what, Golden Wonder Boy, I'm not too sure about what you're saying here. And what happens, folks, I was just talking about the convertible security that's coming due. So this is how this works. He has $2.2 billion coming due March, $2.3 billion March of 2019. And if the stock is over $359, and let me get the exact number. This is a crazy number. $359.8676 of 1 cent. He doesn't have to pay that. That's right. Just converted right in. If it's underneath it, guess what? They already have a problem with cash. They got to come up with $2.3 billion. And if March of 2019 is right around the corner, man, that's right. Yeah.
And they said on the call they'd be cash flow positive.
Yeah, they'd be cash flow.
You would have to assume they would be inferring cash flow positive on top of that. You know, simple accounting would require them to account for the exposure there to that payment. To say you're going to be cash flow positive just operationally is challenging. You add the debt on top of that.
Yes.
I mean, one of my craziest just harebrained calls, and I've had a few, but is, I was thinking earlier this summer, he might not be CEO in 12 months. Like, how much longer can this go? I know the board loves him, right? And it's a crazy call, but on the other hand, how is this sustainable? Like,
listen, Tommy was talking at our show this morning, right? And this to me really does say quite a bit. And what it is, this is not a new CEO, folks, okay? This is a guy that made all his money in PayPal. Not all his money, but he's been around. He knows what's supposed to happen in a public company.
He got fired at PayPal. He retained ownership, but he was not. They were still X.com when he was fired. He was no longer employed when they converted over. Yeah, it was X.com, and then Thiel took over and converted it to PayPal. They were hemorrhaging money. Money when Musk has. We can speculate about SpaceX. We think SpaceX might be break even within 1% of being profitable.
Okay.
He's never operated a company at a profit. Again, he made a ton of cash with PayPal, and he's a brilliant technologist, brilliant visionary.
Yeah.
He was certainly a force behind PayPal, but as an operator, it was still X.com. He was forced out, fired. Thiel took over. They rebranded. It was run so poorly, they rebranded it from X.com to PayPal in part just to get away from the history. And, the rest is history. They're acquired by eBay, but he was not.
That's amazing. That's pretty. And that's what you were talking about even, when we've been talking the last couple of weeks, that he's really never operated a company. Yeah, interesting.
At a profit, right. Wow. Tesla was not his company, right? I mean, he purchased it, and he's clearly intertwined with it, but sure. He did not start Tesla. So again, I don't know where this goes, but are we going to keep doing this, for another year, 2 years, 5 years? I mean, it's getting worse, or it's getting more intense.
It seems to me, over the course of years in these markets, when the SEC folks works very slow, but when they work, they don't stop. They don't let go.
That's right. They don't forget.
That's what I've seen more than anything. You see a company get in trouble. Now, yeah, it takes 2 years, but guess what, folks? Bottom line is that when it comes out, I mean, it's a bad scene. And in this particular case, I think it really is a bad scene. Because I just can't picture, like, he comes out with the tweet that, yeah, he has someone in his pocket for $58 billion, like right down there, because it was that blatant that I have the funding and say, oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, secured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, though. The SEC takes their time. They do not forget.
Yeah.
They do not forget. And, again, who knows where this goes. But, the stock is taking a beating. And if this deal unwinds, and there's going to be a put up or shut up at some point, who knows where the stock goes. It's fascinating. It's very volatile.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So hey, let's shift gears and go over to Bitcoin.
Yeah, it was a bloody day yesterday, and we broke through. Last time we were talking, talked about 6750 was the key level of support to stay anywhere close to 7,000. Obviously, broke through that. I think the bottom formed at 6,200, thereabouts. We've seen some bids come back into the market. We've seen some stability. One of the core issues right now really is the transaction level on the network. The volumes on the network have really receded and dipped. The other piece is, we were due for a correction, right? We were up 40 to 50% in 4 to 5 weeks. So, but it got pretty intense yesterday. So I think if a bottom forms here, I think we'll work our way back up to where we were over the next few weeks. But I'd say we're still 12 to 24 hours of being on tenuous ground here. I got 64.74. 6,500 is really the first level to try and break through to get some momentum back.
Yeah, we're talking Bitcoin, folks, and we just give you a little update just for since the last low, July 13th was 6,081. Well, a week and a half later, you're at 8,400. 2 weeks later, we're down to 6,100, and right now you're 64. I don't have volumes on this, but the way that this is setting up, I kind of like how this is setting up, because what does happen, what I've seen off bottoms, is that you accelerate off like this did, like great. Then you give it up again. Then you stop. It's that whole cause building that drives everyone crazy, man. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
And it's like people can say, "Oh my God, I was up $2,000. Why didn't I take it on 6?" Well, that's just how the market goes, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this one moves. It gets momentum in both directions, and watch out.
There's no doubt, man. And, you know, what you do have happening here, so, see, your data lining up that you're not getting the searches is really cool for me because, see, I could use your data as volume, right? That, you know, we had been down so much, folks, and you can check out Jason's newsletter, folks. Go to thedutchbook.com. Free newsletter, great newsletter, comes out every Monday. You know, and you'll see that when we're talking about the searches, when it was down for so long, those searches were light. It starts going up again, but it makes sense to me because I'm always looking for you going against strength, volume dies. Well, that's what this really was here, you know, in a different sense. Stay right there, folks. Jason and I are going to be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Jason and I are coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 19. They get the NASDAQ up 18. S&Ps are up 3.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Jason Path. We are talking markets. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, morning market kickoff. Jason kicks us off 8:30 in the morning. Outstanding show. So your king dollar is at 95.385, man.
Man, have we been here before in the last like 4 weeks? Like, let's see if we can do it this time, huh?
Yeah.
We've gotten to this point a few times and been turned away. But you know, CPI is big tomorrow. PPI was a little softer than I thought this morning. but we'll see what CPI holds. I think we get to 3.1. I think we get 3 or above. It's certainly constructive, but you know, we'll be watching tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. And you know, if you happen to be watching us on Target TV, folks, you're going to see, you know, it was making its first run up here, you know, on June 30th. And it's been going against it quite some time. And what it actually is doing, folks, is that I'm going to bring this back for a little bit further so you can see it's not so much that the dollar, it's not so much about what it's actually going against right now. It is going against the October 2017 levels. That's what seems to be giving it the, you know, a problem. And, well, actually, the whole supply line. The supply line above this started out in March of 2015. It goes all the way over to July of 2017. That's pretty intense, man. I mean, you know, if you make it into it, folks, that's gonna be pretty intense, man.
Yeah, I mean, basically the entire month of July, I've been thinking we were going to break. At some point, we'll break through this level. I still believe we do, whether it's today or tomorrow. It could be tomorrow, but you know, I think it happens. I just think the dollar continues to strengthen. Clearly, it's a slow grind, but you know, between positive data in the U.S., widening interest rate differentials, and you know, a choppy global picture, there's nowhere for money to go but the dollar. It's just really the only alternative at this point at a macro level, and I think it continues to grind higher. But we'll see, because this has been a magic. I mean, we're right at the magic level, so.
Yeah, and you know, what is pretty amazing, folks, is that, you know, if you take a look at some of these, and they're not all third world countries, but the bottom line is that some of these, the amount of wealth that has been lost in these countries is incredible. I mean, purchasing power, let's put it that way, purchasing power. If you're still in the country, yeah, you know, you're going to probably be all right, but you're not going to be moving out of Argentina or Turkey, or, you know, I mean, some of those, that just blows my mind, man. I mean, there's, you know, nothing left.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like folks have any levers either, right? Like, it's just, they're just kind of reacting to a tough situation, and you know, you see what's going on in Turkey, Argentina. I mean, the political dynamic has shifted. The global picture, you know, certainly a more protectionist environment right now.
Yeah, and that's turned everywhere. I mean, it looks like the whole Trump deal has turned the whole world into a protect. Yeah, you know, I was talking about this, like, when this first started, that when a bureaucracy starts, it's really hard to stop it. And people forget what the first fight was even about, folks. And now I really think that's where we're at. Do you know what I mean? That, okay, you know, I was going home last night. I'm saying to myself, oh my God. I said, well, you know, you can have a tariff on this, you get a tariff on that. Well, when the Chinese put the tariff on the oil products, right? I'm saying to myself, this is intriguing. That's saying that the Chinese are not worrying about oil also, right? I mean, it's saying, hey, listen, man, they got a lot of oil. So pretty intense. I just put the Turkish lira up, folks, and, you know, this is about as intense as you get. So in 2004, 2.2 lira dollars to $1 US dollar. 2018, 4 years later, 5.5. That is destruction in an incredible way, man.
Yeah, and the trend line is I mean, it just keeps going down. You know, it just keeps getting worse. I don't think we're necessarily at a bottom. And you know, in their case, I mean, they've made some missteps. This is my opinion. I try not to get too political, but you know, politically, it's a challenging environment to say the least. I think that's euphemistically said. But it's a tough position politically. They haven't done themselves any favors, but there's just no support. There's no assistance. They're just on their own. And you know, I was looking, something we looked at this morning was, you know, just crazy left turns that this could take. And you know, one is, you know, the United States could start selling dollars to weaken our own currency.
Heard you I was listening to your show this morning, exactly.
And so
I wish you didn't hesitate on the dollar, because I says, oh no, now it's going to go up.
Yeah. But
I'm only kidding with you, by the way. But
no worries, man. Yeah. The last two times we've done that, I was looking at precedent. You know, we're in 2000 and 2011. You know, the yen and the earthquake, and they were worried about strong movement in the yen. And it was like the world or G10 moved in and all in a coordinated fashion. We're trying to support the yen, back with the earthquake situation,
Right.
and there was times like that. I mean, there is no chance anything like that happens today. Your Turkey, the ruble's under pressure. Again, not a government that's done itself any favors necessarily, but I mean, people are just on their own. And again, I see more pain ahead in EM for sure, whether it's Turkey or China. And, they just, if the dollar continues to strengthen, the U.S. continues to strengthen, they're just getting backed into a corner. I don't know that they have a lever if the U.S. isn't willing to throw them a bone.
Yeah, well, what's going to get intriguing there is that I can picture on one side, I can say that the administration will say, okay, who cares where Turkey goes or the rest of them go. On the other side of that, though, Trump doesn't want a strong dollar. This is where
right.
this gets really intriguing. You know what I mean?
And that's where you start brainstorming. What could he do? And if there was ever somebody who would just throw out the old playbook and try something new, Yeah. I mean,
listen,
it would be this situation.
Right.
But we'll see.
Gotta love it. What else?
What would that do to gold? I mean, you just think about the impact there of the U.S. just on their own selling dollars. I mean,
it'd be a rocket ship.
It would be extraordinary.
Yeah, it'd be a rocket ship. Yeah, and I can picture it. See, I actually can picture it because, the whole. You got to believe that anything and everything is possible. That's my take on this whole deal. Do you know what I mean?
More than ever, man. More than ever.
There's not, at the beginning of this whole scenario, it was that, oh no, this is negotiating. It's not negotiating. There's no real plan here. Do you know what I mean? You start one thing, you do another. I'm sure the people out in the Midwest that are, basically getting hit right now and going to get hit in a big way in the farm country are going to go out of their freaking minds, man.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but there's no resolution in sight that I can see. I mean, this is another situation. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, well, we better stop buying our TVs and our washing machines and air conditioners right now because they're going to be 25% higher in another month. That's the thing that I think is going to blow all our minds. That's when it actually. I haven't seen it hit yet, but I'm sure plenty of listeners out there. We have listeners right across the world, and we get a lot of them in the Farm Belt. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, okay, if I was in that Farm Belt, man, I'd be worrying right now.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, gotta love it. Listen, folks, every trading day right here, 8:30 in the morning. If you want a nice, clean start of your day, get some solid data, get your head wrapped around what the market's doing overnight, where you want to be looking at today, Jason's got an amazing program. 8:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock. Okay,
appreciate
brother.
That,
we look forward tomorrow. We'll see where that dollar's going. That dollar's creeping up right now. It's up a half a penny.
Night.
500 ticks.
My house, man. All right. Take care, bud.
Have a great one, man. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 27. NASDAQ's up 17. S&Ps are up 3. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now trading down 34. NASDAQ is up 14. S&Ps are up 2. If we go inside the NDX 100, let's go take a look at it, because this NDX 100, folks, is laying right at its highs. Coming into Friday, the high from July 25th is 75.11. We hit 74.98 today, so we had 13 points off it. Right now, we back down a little. We're back down to 74.22, 74.77. That being said, I expect somehow, some way, maybe we do it right at 8:30 when the CPI comes out. In fact, let me go into the futures, NQZ, because the futures probably already hit it. So let's go take a look at these futures for a second. So the future, 75.54. No, we have now that's 20 bucks off it too. But the futures, I expect, will be able to get a more than likely spike into it, because what you will have happen when the CPI comes out, the volatility will be there. You know, many times when the CPI actually comes out, it'll go both ways. It's just heavy volatility for a good 30, 60, 90 seconds. Then it settles out and decides which way it's going to go. We go take a look at the composite, NASDAQ composite, same type of setup. Inside that composite, the composite today hit 79.23. 79.33 is the number. Right now you're at 79.04. And what's going to be intriguing with the composite is this, is that we'll see whether it can stay over the highs of the last couple of days. What has happened in the market in general is that you have a market that bottom lines get slightly higher, you know, each and every day. But that being said, there's no real movement, meaning price spread. And when you have no price spread at highs, that's problematic. Most of the time, you're going to pull back. When you're looking for an equity to come off the lows, that's exactly what you're looking for also. You're looking for very small price spread as you're coming across the bottoms. You're looking for contraction in volume in a huge way across the bottom as to going up. At the top, what you're looking for is just the opposite, meaning you have the small price spread, volume is contracting, bottom line that's saying that, hey, guess what? There's not enough buyers. If we go take a look at the IWM, what you have inside the IWM out here, the IWM today got to $168.71. The number to keep your eye on out here today is $168.49, because what we're going to have is this. This would be failure on price, failure on volume, if it can't close over this 168.49, because the 168.49 had anemic volume in itself. That was the high that was generated out here on Tuesday. We did 15 million shares. We're not even going to get close to that, folks. We're at 8.2 million right now. So this is going to do about maybe 11 million. The 11 million is going into your downdraft of 28 million as well as your downdraft of 37 million. You know, so this is basically at a place that, you know, it needs some juice. What the small caps also have is that the small caps have 4 separate lower highs. It's very subtle, but bottom line, it has it. And then what it also has is it has high volume lows. If I want to go back to Tesla for a second, because I want to show you something on Tesla. I meant to bring this up when Jason and I were talking about it, because when I look at Tesla, Tesla is also telling me, technically, that the stock is not done. So watch this. This is crazy when you pull this up. So Tesla, first, if I take it on a weekly, what you're going to see is that this has been a high volume consolidation. And the consolidation in Tesla is huge. The top of the consolidation is 386. Well, the low of the consolidation is 244. If we bring this back, it looks to me, and this lines up so well, it's like crazy. So what it looks like, if we line this up, what you're going to see is 244. Yeah, you have a 140-point consolidation. Now, what we're going to have, we have this on a weekly already. You have gone into the highs and you have volume. When you go into a high and you have volume, that's not the end of a market. What ends up happening is that it always, well, nothing is always, probability-wise, it's going to get tested again. That being said, what Tesla hasn't done is that Tesla hasn't tested your lows that were established out here in April. So my take on this is that you're going to have a failure on price. You're not going to have a failure on volume in Tesla because Tesla's going to have the volume. What do you get? You're going to have an equity that's going to go from 387, which it was yesterday, back down to 293. That being said, guess what? It's not over until it's over. And what you're going to see out here in Tesla, and this is the longer game, what you're going to see is that on the weekly basis, this week already, we have one more day left, you've done 79 million shares, you've hit a price point of 387.46, the high is 389.61. After this is done going down testing, guess what? You're going to have another upside. We'll see what it can do. Now, that's one way that it could go. Second way that it could go would be like this, is that you back down off this and we don't make it all the way down to the price point of 244. You go back up and we test that high with light volume, then it's curtains for Tesla. Because then you wouldn't have to go back up and test again after going down, and then it would be like, okay, you're gunning for 244. Is volume going to blow out at 244, and then you get some larger action to the downside? The way that it's set up on a much longer basis, it looks to me like the last time we had real good volume on the way up was $181. So when I look at that, it's like, okay, that baby's heading back to that level. We'll see how it shakes out. But it's certainly a lot of action in Tesla, and that's not going to stop. What we will see now is the aspect of news stories coming out, you know, all of the above. We go take a look at the, we had big action in Roku last night, as well as today in Yelp. They both come out with big numbers. Yelp is trading up $10.36. You're at $48. This also has been a high-end consolidation, and there's no reason that it's not going to basically, you know, take out this 48.40 on a weekly basis. And if you have that, that has some action underneath it. Roku, this also had big action topside. This equity here, where am I? There we go. This is up $9.50. It is trading right now $56.94. Now the high of this you just missed the high, $58.80. That's the high. We bring this back, put this on a couple, a monthly basis also. This is going after its high. The high there is $58.80. And in both cases, they did come out with some big numbers. Big bottom line and top line numbers. Amazon, we go take a look at Amazon. Amazon, the big dog in the NASDAQ. Bottom line, new all-time high. You know, now the danger in Amazon, it goes like this. We had the high volume high, 1880. We're at 1899. If this closes underneath this tomorrow, then it'll be like, okay, you're tired. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Well, they just hit the Dow a little. Dow's down 85. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are off 2.5. You have inside the Dow Industrials, point-wise here, what we have the culprit on the way down is that you have, where is it? Right. Boeing. Boeing is putting 28 negative points into the Dow. You get Goldman putting 20. 3M putting 17, you get IBM putting 14, Chevron putting 10. You know, this is intriguing. Let me just go look at this for a second. So Dow Industrials out here, yeah, they just sold this down pretty quick. I mean, you know, at the last break we were at 25,577. Yeah, so they sold it down quick. And this is going to be dangerous coming into tomorrow. That's the take on this. We go over to the small caps again. We were talking about that number on the small caps. Looks like the small caps are also going to fail because now we are under the 168.49. You're at yeah, you're right, way under it actually. You're at 167.92. So they just sold these indices right across the board coming into the close again today. Where I'm going with all of this, too, folks, is that when I was starting the program, it has to do with these bonds. You know, the most deviant thing out here is that these bonds want higher price. Bonds and the notes. And it's like, okay, the bonds and the notes want higher price. You had the most dovish, one of the most dovish federal governors today come out and get basically not hawkish, that he wants to raise rates. You know, that is, well, he didn't say he wants to raise rates. What had happened is that in December, he voted against the short-term rate hike. Bottom line is that, you know, this is the Federal Reserve, Charles Evans, okay? You know, he basically, from the Chicago Fed, he went from, he did a speech this morning, you know, saying that, hey, if inflation is picking up, we might have to go past, you know, what Powell is saying. So that's pretty intense. And it's really intense in the aspect of him saying that, but yet they're still buying bonds. So that's telling me buying bonds, buying notes, this market's going south on the CPI tomorrow morning. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay. And
it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions, regardless of what language you speak. Your intent will be manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, what you really are will be manifested through what? Through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials close down 74. NASDAQ up 3. S&P's down 1.5. Gold contract down $1.60, trading at $12.19 an ounce. Silver up 2 pennies, $15.45 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 22 cents, $66.72 a barrel. Notes and bonds, they both caught a bid, folks. Going to be intriguing watching the CPI come out tomorrow morning. We have the 10-year note up 8 ticks, 119.24. 30-year bond up 27, 143.15. King dollar. King dollar up 560 ticks, trading 95.450. Now, here's some divergence, okay? Bottom line is that you have King dollar got up, got over the high of 95.440, closed over the high. Now, you had light volume there. The differential would be like when I put all three of those together, meaning the 10-year note, 30-year bond, king dollar. CPI coming out. The note and bond market is saying that the CPI is going to be light. Because the bottom line is that what you have there is that that market is saying that the Federal Reserve, regardless of how many times they keep telling us that they're going to keep raising the short-term interest rates, well, the market itself is buying the 10, is buying the 30. The other side of that, of course, is that with king dollar going up and taking out the high of 95,440, that is saying that, guess what? That CPI might come in hot, and king dollar is going to keep going higher because the Federal Reserve, if the CPI does come in hot, what the Federal Reserve is going to have September 26th is the next Fed meeting. That's all, at 90%. Let me see. I believe it's 97% actually probability that they're going to go up on rates. Now what you have after that is you're at 94% that the Federal Reserve is going to go up on the 26th of September. After that, you do not have your 10% of them going up at November. December, however, has gone up to 61%. You know, we'll see those numbers change tomorrow morning. Those numbers change quite a bit. You know, they can change, and they can change very quickly. But there's the divergence that we do have out there in the marketplace. As we come into the close out here today, you basically had a small sell down, nothing heavy. But bottom line, couldn't hold price. Contraction in volume in a huge way. We had the 3Qs try to get into their high. The 3Qs did 18 million shares versus 36. That's saying there's no buyers. And that's also saying to me that we just may have run out of juice inside the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ composite. Because what we do have is this. See, if we look inside the NDX, we had some good movers inside the NDX today. You know, you had MELI, that was up 11.5%. You had Express Scripts up 3.7%. Monster Beverage was up 2.6%. You had Charter Communications up 2.3%. But that's not going to do a thing for the NDX 100 because of the fact that it's a modified capital-weighted structure. Apple was up $1.63. Apple's still the big mover inside the NDX 100. Amazon was up $12. That's not well, that's good, but still not enough to basically move it off the needle. Google's up $3, still not enough to move it off the needle. Now, the reason it wasn't enough to move it off the needle has to do with the hits on the way down. You had NetEase down 10.9% inside the NDX. You had Seagate down 7.3%. You had Mylan Pharmaceutical down 6.6%. And you had Priceline.com down 5%. Those are monster numbers, folks. So when you take a look at the aspect of the NDX 100, the larger modified capital stocks went down much more than the Apples and Googles of the world. Big number. Small caps also failed on price and volume. IWM got up to a price point today of $168.71. Got over the highs of Tuesday, closed underneath them. You did 9.8 million versus 15 million. And by the way, the 15 million was short volume. That was going against 28 million, and we're actually going against 37 million. So what you're going to see out here in the aspect of the small caps, that couldn't basically handle price either. Dow Industrials, inside the Dow Industrials, what we had, the culprit, basically, they sold us down into the close out here today. They sold it down about 40 points at about a heartbeat. That doesn't take much, though. All you have to do is sell Boeing, which they did. Boeing put 27 negative points into the Dow. Goldman put 17. 3M put 16. IBM put 14. United Health and Apple, as well as Dow, that put the positive points into the Dow Industrials. We go over to the gold contract, and we look at the gold contract, and this is where it's going to get wild because gold contract's still having a hard time holding price. We got to a price point today of $12.2560. We've done 226,000 contracts. It's not bad, not great though. Bottom line, I expect you're going to see this volatility continue inside the gold market. Silver, let's go to silver and see if we can pick up anything with silver. Silver market out here today, that was up 2 pennies. $15.46. Now, silver, bottom line, I like how it's traded. Silver right now, you did have a small expansion of volume. You're at the higher end of the range. It just may be that silver's going to basically save the metal market tomorrow morning, because silver does look like it wants to trade up to the $15.70 level. If we go back over to that King dollar, I want to see how this traded out right into the close, because we got to, yeah, you got the pop into the close. Someone actually, we were at 15,000. Someone went in there with 2,000 or 3,000 contracts. I'll actually bring this up. Well, it wasn't that many. Let's see, 14. Yeah, it was just a lot of, they were banging, yeah, they were banging 30 contracts at a time. And that makes sense, because I've traded this dollar index, and most of the time on each side of the bid and offer, there's normally about 50 contracts on each side. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, growling and prowling with you. Dow Industrials closed down at 74. NASDAQ up 3. S&P's down 1.5. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished down 74, NASDAQ up 3, S&P's down 1.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the second hour. Don't forget, folks, every trading day, Basil's got a great program right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, the opening call. Now, the way you can get this opening call, you come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, Go to Trading Newsletters. Check it out. 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
So you get August coming into Boston. Have you got a cool spell come in there yet?
Well, we've had some pretty heavy. This is hot weather, but it's also humid. You know what that is? That's
so you get the humidity.
Whammy.
Yeah, you haven't had okay.
Because we also had rain, but the rain hasn't cooled it down very much.
Right. Okay. So, because what happens in Boston, folks, is that humidity comes in. They can get it at two weeks at a time, which is pretty intense.
Right. That's exactly the point. Right.
Yeah. There's no doubt. But you know what? You're close to getting that first cold blast and telling you that okay, the fall's coming, which is pretty cool.
You were waiting to say that, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? What happens is that. When it is that hot, it's nice when you get it, right? I mean, because you know you still got 2 or 3 months of great weather, really. You know what I mean?
Well, we've got 2-3 months where I can still play tennis outdoors, but second week of September, we're done with real summer.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Right.
Yeah.
So, market-wise,
this is a fascinating session. Yeah. I was listening to you. I'm going to go through some things, and I think you'll be interested in it. Look, the Dow has made another in the chapter. We went short just after that peak D-top on the 26th of July, where it made that turnaround. We remained short. It's not been easy, but we've also added another short on this peak E that was made yesterday. We went short again, adding to it. That's on the Dow. And the Dow made a high of 25,692. I had very rare. Now I have an update to my Traders Corner, to my opening call newsletter. There's a section called the Traders Corner where we have all our positions and what we're looking at.
Yes.
Every single day I show that we talk about the TLT, even though we might not have it. I talk about the Qs, whatever it is that I've listed there. I go into detail as to what the parameters are in one line, just a very brief thing. But in the positions that we have, we start to make adjustments every day to the stops or the buy stops. Well, it turns out that, so now we're short. So what happens tomorrow is going to be very important because based on many of the daily charts, not the weekly charts yet, because we have to wait for Friday's close, but based on the daily charts, this is the period of most vulnerability based on the Chapman wave sequence of the alphabet. D, E, and F is what we really look at.
Okay.
So in this case, it's an E. And if the Dow, I don't care what the reason is, if the Dow trades tomorrow underneath 25,420, especially 25,386, that's the 14-period moving average, I think we're done for now, and the Dow's going to take a bit of a breather. But what's really important is the weekly chart is in the leg E, and that rectangle formation that I'll be talking about this tomorrow in the Tiger Technicians Hour at noon Eastern Time. But this is very important because it's remained in the rectangle. My expression always is a rectangle formation can last a lot longer than your patience. And we've been here since basically the downturn in February.
February 9th, yep.
Yeah, and from 25,800 to 25,350, we've been stuck in this range, going towards the top of the range, and this is going to be the big test. Monthly charts in all time frames are still very positive. That makes me positive for the year. So now this is what we're looking at. If the Dow closes, actually it doesn't even have to close. If it spikes above 25,770, 25,800, the high that was made back on, that was in the week of March the 2nd. If it spikes above that, I think that there's no question about it. More buyers will come in. I think we go higher. So that it makes it real clear for me. So you got about 150 points from the high that was made just 3 days ago. So I'm really watching that carefully. My thinking here is, at worst, there's a sharp sell-off. At best, there's a sideways consolidation. And here again, it means that you're going to go into a trading range. But this is interesting. We are still, so, you know, I've been talking about the dollar. We've been long since the 6th of April for my subscribers. There's a pattern that I talk about infrequently, but it's frequent enough if you listen to me over the 14 years I've been here.
Yes.
It's called the Chapman wave stalk leg formation.
Yeah, I need my shotgun on that one.
No. So the dollar has this potential that it's had this huge leg to the upside. We're in the position from 90.07 via the UUP. It's a trading vehicle for the dollar, so you don't have to be in the futures or indexes. You just buy the ETF. It's actually ETN, I believe. So this is very interesting. It went to a peak E, and now you've got this oval formation. It's really quite a perfect oval formation. If there is a spike, in this case, it doesn't even have to close, but if there's a spike above 95.65, basically you've broken out of the oval, and that turns the whole area of 95.20 to 94.60 into really strong support. So it's going to be very important how the dollar responds to whatever the comments are tomorrow. And as it stands, because gold and silver and the metals are so oversold, it won't take much for the dollar to actually give back some of the gains and for gold to move up. So it's a very important moment, I think, for the dollar in terms of this weekly chart, because if it goes right back into the middle, into the 94.60, 93.80 area within a week, it says, hey, just stuck in a range. That gives gold and silver a chance at least to bounce. So this is going to be very important. We're also long a smaller position, but we've taken profits, nice profits in UTX. And that's held very well. And look what happened today. 136.66 was the high on July the 26th. It makes it a kind of a U-shaped pattern. It's really a rectangle, and goes to 136.58 today. Just misses making a new high, and yet it pulls back. So this is also going to be a clue, because I like to look at the stocks that have been the strongest in the sector. And in this case, United Technology, UTX, trading at 134.24 right now, has really been, look at this weekly chart, this nice cup formation. So it's held well. If UTX breaks down, starts to slide under 132, then I think that any pullback in the Dow could be much deeper. If it breaks into the 138s, it says, you know what, we might go sideways in a trading band. So I have the levels on numbers pretty clear on what my subscribers need to look for. We're also along the IBB. We took profits in that. We still have a partial position. And that's the one that I'm watching closely, because fund managers tend to go into sectors that have held well, that they used to have and did very well, and they kind of come back to it. It's the same thing with the IBB. If the IBB are trading at 117.37, we're along from the 110s. If this starts to break under 116 again, that says, uh-oh, be careful. There could be a deeper consolidation. If it kind of holds steady, it says fund managers might find some of the biotech, the NASDAQ biotech stocks, they might find them attractive. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, very important period. Semiconductors, we didn't have success on the semiconductors. We just got stopped out of a short position. And today it turns around. But I think this is the one to watch. Semis say to me that if they're at 108.17, if they break under 107, be very careful.
And folks, the way you get Basil's newsletter, come over to our website at TFNN, go into newsletters, trading newsletters. You're going to see the opening call, 30-day money-back guarantee, and don't forget, listen to them every day, 12 noon. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to Overstock. Take a look at Overstock.com. So low in Overstock for the year is $17. The high is $89. You're talking about a price spread, folks. Pretty amazing. Closed at $38.60. This is trading at a price point of $46, so you get a sweet little pop here. It was up $1.65 today, so you get an equity that's up 10%, 20% one day. Bottom line, this is what this is all about. So this is going to get really intriguing because of what Overstock itself is doing and has done. So Overstock is up 25% after market. You have a Hong Kong company, a private equity firm, GSR Capital, that just signed term sheets to invest $374 million in exchange for equity in the retailer, as well as its T0 blockchain subsidiary. It's going to be the blockchain subsidiary that they're going after, folks. GSR agreed to buy 30 million in T0 tokens, up to 3.1 million shares of Overstock.com at a 5% discount to the August 1st closing price, and invest as much as $270 million for up to 18% of T0's equity at a valuation of $1.5 billion. So it's pretty intense. So what you have here, folks, you have a firm that has valuing now what the T0 interest is inside of Overstock. That's what's going on. If you remember what's going on with Overstock, he's an all-in believer of the Bitcoin, digital currency, not just Bitcoin, digital currency in general. His T0 tokens, we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. But the bottom line is that this letter of intent is popping the stock in a huge way. If we take a look at the revenue inside Overstock, what you're going to see is that they're banging out about $475 million per quarter right now. The real kick is going to be is that how and what are they going to do with their T0 tokens? That's the big number. If we go over and we take a look at Trade Desk, they operate an advertising technology company. This company had a low of this year of $40.70. They had a high of $97. Right now, it traded up $1.92 into the close. This is up, let's see. Oh, you're up big money. You're up You're up $13 after the close. See, it's going to be all-time highs. $108.52. And let me just see something. I want to see when this. Okay, so this just went public. This is pretty cool. So you went public at $18 on September of 2016. Good score. $18 public to 2016. You're at $108 now. You're taking out a B point. You're going to have volume on the takeout. This is a big number. Let me see this. Look at this. You already did one ABC up. So your A point there was 22. So that was a $45 A to B, which gets you 85. Now this is going to do it a double ABC up. That's what's going to happen. This is going to be a monster ABC up. Your A point on this is $48. Your B is 97. So you're talking, let's say, $49, which is going to get you into the, let's see, $125, somewhere in there. And you can see what's going on, what has happened inside the... So this company here, advertising technology company. The company offers online advertising platform that manages display, social, mobile, video advertising campaigns. That is the essence, folks, of how these large companies are advertising right now. It doesn't mean that they are getting what they're paying for, meaning that when you do and you're letting the computers basically say where to put the ads, take off the ads, they're not always correct, but because that is the way the business has gone, bottom line, these companies are making some big money, no doubt about it. 877-927-6648, Tesla. Tesla went down to earth today. Bottom line, got right into where it took off from on Wednesday. And, you know, bottom line, we'll see how this just shakes out. Tesla closed out down 17.5 bucks, 352. The news out there is that, yeah, you do have the SEC that's going to basically, well, I would say the larger part of that news is that the SEC has already been onto Tesla, and what the story is about is that they're onto Tesla for the fact of the amount of vehicles that they could say that they were going to produce, did produce, and how did they produce them. So they were already onto them at that point before Musk came out and said that he had this funding secured for this takeover. This is going to be an interesting deal here. So check out this one when you get a little arrogance, or maybe Sinclair just didn't want to do the deal with Tribune. So this is going to be a big number. This is what is going on. So Sinclair Broadcasting lost its $3.9 billion deal to buy Tribune Media after basically saying to the administration, top antitrust division, sue me. So listen to this. The exchange was detailed in a lawsuit today filed by the Tribune, which said Sinclair had failed to win regulatory clearance in part because it insulted U.S. officials and rejected their offer to clear the transaction, according to the complaint filed with the court today. The acquisition of Tribune and its 42 television stations would have made Sinclair already the owner of more TV stations than any other company, so large that it would need to sell some of its outlets to meet the regulatory requirements. Instead of following a roadmap from regulators as to how to address those issues, the Maryland broadcaster balked, the Tribune said. In January, the Justice Department's top antitrust official, Macon Delramian, told the companies the department would approve the merger if Sinclair agreed to sell stations in 10 markets where Sinclair and Tribune both competed, which was 6 more stations than Sinclair had proposed. In response from Sinclair General Counsel Barry Faber, he said, sue me. Sinclair fought, threatened, insulted, misled regulators in a misguided and ultimately unsuccessful attempt to regain control over the stations that it was obliged to sell, the Tribune said. Faber didn't respond to messages left at his office. The Justice Department declined to comment. In court filings, the court filings give an unusual glimpse into the tensions between purchaser and the target over a deal that dragged on for more than a year. Sinclair, politically conservative broadcaster that's seen as friendly to Trump, suffered a blow in July when the Federal Communications Commission, under their new chairman, sent a deal to the hearing that the Tribune could delay the acquisition for a very long time, probably years. Bottom line is that, guess what? You're that arrogant, we'll see where that whole thing shakes out, you know. 877-927-6648. CPI tomorrow morning, folks. Action out here tomorrow morning. Yeah, you're going to get it. Out here tonight, we had the Dow finish down 74, NASDAQ up 3, S&P's down 1. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 74. NASDAQ flat. S&P's down 1.5. If we get over and we take a look at that good old King Dollar. King Dollar made it over the 95,440. That was the number it's been trying to get over for quite some time. We are at 95,445. 18,000 contracts versus 40. So we are going to see out here tomorrow morning when the CPI comes out, you can expect high volatility inside the dollar index, inside the S&Ps, inside the notes and bonds. What you had inside the S&Ps, Dow Industrials, small caps, and the NASDAQ, this is the second day. As we were coming into the close, they just sold it off. So we'll see how this does shake out tomorrow. We go take a look at the Pan American Silver. Pan American Silver came out with some good numbers. That was up $1.43 today. This little baby has juice behind the move. And this was one of the first silver stocks, by the way, that did go topside. This went topside, going all the way back to May 10th. It gets up into a price point of $18.75. If we do put this on a weekly right now, what you're going to see is that it's going to go right for the top of that range again, which is $18.75. And we'll see what kind of juice we have as we get up into that area. Let's go take a look at Dropbox. So let's see. Dropbox just come out with numbers. Dropbox, this closed at $34.43. That was up $2.88. The low for the year is 26. The high is 43. And this is getting hammered. This is down $4, $3 to $31.81. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so the estimate was making 7 cents. They made 11. Revenue estimate was $331 million. They made $339. Bottom line is that they made top and bottom. But guess what? Your chief operational officer stepped down. That's what's happening inside that, and that's what the market evidently doesn't like. Because they definitely made their numbers. 7 cents to 11 is a big number. The company says it doesn't plan to hire another chief operating officer. Let's see if we take a look at you're down $3. I believe this is a new IPO too. Let me just see this. So this went IPO. Oh, this just went IPO. March 22nd. March 22nd, $21 it went on IPO at. Yeah, so bottom line, that's quick. That's brand new. We go take a look at the XLE. So inside the oil market, of course, you had the XLE. Well, you had the oil market number one. That baby got hit fast, furious. Bottom line, wants lower price. The XLE today, for a light volume market, you had a big expansion of price. We closed at a price point of $74.83. We hit $74.71. You broke a B point, so you get a small ABC down. Your A point on this is $77.61. Your B is 74. So 70. Yeah, you get $3, which gets you to $73.50 and $73.14. That's going to be going for the lower end of the consolidation it's been in. That lower end is $73.14. So I expect that's where we're going to come down to. If we do look at the oil market in general, out here today, we had gasoline down at $0.015. Crude oil was down 23 cents. You are trading right now. This is pretty cool, folks. We're coming into August, September, coming into the fall, but we're going to be coming into cheaper prices here. So oil yesterday, we came down 760,000 contracts. Monster contract volume. You're going against 473,000. I expect the way that oil is setting up right now, this wants to break these lows, it looks like tomorrow. You break those lows, you're going after $62.99. Let's go to the gasoline market. Of course, gasoline is what we use each and every day. Gasoline yesterday was down 8 pennies, I believe. Gasoline went from $2.09 to $2 wholesale. This is what you have inside this gasoline market. We did big volume also yesterday on the way down, monster volume, got lower today. Now what's cool about gasoline is that your lower consolidation is only 4 cents underneath where we are. If we break this, guess what? Gasoline is down to 183 wholesale. Good number, man, good number. We came off the aspect of the, let's see, yeah, the high was 224. So, we're down basically 10% from the high. It takes a lot longer, there's no doubt, for the gasoline stations to get their prices down versus how fast they can get their prices up. Out here today, I'm not quite sure what's happening in the lean hog market, but this was up limit. Well, it should be up limit. It's off the lows so dramatically. So the hog market, it went from 70 cents a pound 6 months ago, hit a low out here today of 47 cents a pound, and then took off like a rocket ship. So we had it was up limit. Let's see what they're saying about that. So hog futures September settlement, basically, yeah, rose up limit. Doesn't say much. Bottom line is that we'll see whether they get any follow-through. That market has been absolutely devastated. There's no doubt about that. You got the wheat market was down 0.8%. You had corn off 0.7%. Gold, bottom line flat. Now, the gold market tomorrow morning, this is going to be a challenge in the gold market tomorrow morning. In the metals market, folks, Fridays are always challenging, particularly when you've been at lows. And we've been at lows. You know, this metals market has not caught a real bid since April of 2019. It's a long time. We've gone from 1376 to 1219. What you had out here today is that, you know, bottom line, couldn't hold price. You know, you do have a high volume low at 1212. Now, that was tested. It was tested yesterday with 260,000 contracts versus 280. It looks that the way that we're trading right now, let me just see this. Yeah, this is going to test the lows. This is going to, so even when I do this intraday, this low that was established out here from yesterday. So yesterday's low was, it's not the end of the world, 12.13.16. 12.13.16 looks to me that bottom line, that can get tested, no doubt about it. Big number, no doubt about it. Some of the other higher volume equities in this, and this was a big low volume market, no doubt about it. We had Rite Aid, that thing's, you know, it's amazing to me. So Rite Aid and Albertsons, two dogs, they can't merge. Bottom line is that it's amazing that Rite Aid has been able to stay alive all these years. You know, and when I say all these years, you can go back to 2000. Rite Aid was traded at $2.50 in 2000. It just, I don't know how it hangs on, man. It just hangs on. And it is what it is. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David Newsletter, the Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So tomorrow morning, folks, 8:30 CPI is going to be out there. You can expect movement inside the currency markets, inside the metals, as well as the notes and bonds. What we've had happen in the note and bond market is this. Bottom line, Federal Reserve, short-term rates, they're going up. What we had out here today, which was really intriguing, is that you had one of the most dovish Federal Reserve governors, which is Evans out of Chicago. He voted against the short-term rate hike in December. He came out in a speech today basically saying that, hey, listen, if this CPI comes in at a 3.2, okay, that would be a very hot CPI, and as the Federal Reserve goes up on short-term rates, they're saying they expect to go up 2 times before the end of the year. Right now, your probability is that they will go up 2 times. The first time being the September 26th meeting, the second time being the December meeting. Right now, the December meeting is out there at a 60% probability when you look at the Fed Fund futures rate. That being said, Evans was out there today on the speech saying specifically that if it does come in at 3.2, he would go on the side that it actually should go over what Powell is thinking. So you're talking about quite a flip. Now, that being said, when this was done out here, the market had plenty of time to react. Well, guess what? The market did not react. Inside the note market and inside the bond market, they closed at their highs. There's buyers out there in the 10-year note. There's buyers out there in the 30-year bond. And so we're going to get some heavy volatility, I expect, on the CPI number tomorrow morning. The reason being is that when you look at just what he said versus what the market said, the market is saying that rates, yeah, short-term rate going to go up in September, but not in December because the buying continues. Dollar index, however, is saying that the divergence is here. The difference being is that the dollar index hit that high with dramatically lighter volume. We just went to 40,000 contracts, only with 15. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great night, safe night. Join us right here. We got a new show, 8:30 in the morning. Jason Paff, awesome show, 8:30 in the morning. See you then, folks. Wow! Go get them, folks.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.